More shocking news about just pearly things. All right, more shocking news. All right. Um, this just came across my desk that within the same video that I reviewed on a couple of days ago about just pearly things. She actually says something again that was really shocking to me. Now on this clip that I'm getting ready to present to y'all, once again on just pearly things, she's talking to Nick Fuentes. As y'all know, Nick Fuentes is a known supremacist, and she decided to invite this dude onto her platform, knowing good and well that she networked with a lot of um, African Americans and also Africans as well too on her platform. Or if we want to just be blunt with it, she networked with a lot of black people. All right, so um, let's hear what she got to say about this situation. All right, so let me go ahead and present this on video to y'all, and I'm gonna give y'all my perspective about it right after it. All right, so let's go and jump into it. Let's hear what they got to say.
Message and said, Nick, I can no longer talk to you. We are no longer in the same movement. What you're pushing is dangerous and hateful and anti-Semitic and blah, blah, blah. Never talk to me again. The whole crew blocked me on Twitter, stopped talking to me. And then I got a call from my boss at RSBN a week later, this guy, Joe Seals, and he says, Cassie has been calling me every day for the last 2 weeks saying that I need to fire you because you're racist and you're an anti-Semite. So not only does she cut off the friendship and blacklist me, but then she starts calling my boss.
She Karen'd you, huh?
Yeah, it's for real.
Yeah. Was she white?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are the best Karens.
Yeah,
we do Karen it better than anyone else.
That's true. Yeah, that's not sure that's like something to be proud
Wait
of.
for it.
It kind of is though. Actually, I'm actually in a way kind of like pro Karen.
Karens are needed. I'm not saying like sometimes we're in the wrong, but I honestly think like Karens are the ones that do the shit that no one else wants to do. Now, you might have been on the negative end of the Karen stick, right?
But
they all probably wanted you fired or wanted you blacklisted, right? Karen's just the one that did it.
Yeah, that's right.
So from my point of view, if the guy next door is having this loud party and I'm the one that goes and complains, everyone wanted it to stop.
That's right.
I'm pro Karen.
I am.
All right. So there's a couple of key things that I want y'all to focus in on what she was saying. All right, and I'm gonna want to rewind it back. Okay, I'm gonna rewind it back. Let's get it now. First of all, I'm not giving a pass for Nick because Nick is who he is. He stated this on several platforms that he's a known supremacist for his people. In a way, to be honest, us as being black people, we should have the same ideology, to be quite honest with you. But long as we have this crab in the barrel mentality, it's never going to happen. So, but that's that. But yeah. So a lot of stuff that Nick is saying, it just is what it is. For me, it just is what it is. It don't offend me or nothing like that because it just is what it is. I don't have to interact with this man. I don't have to do nothing with this man. He could be in his space. I could be in my space, just like everybody else. We just be in our own separate spaces, and it just is what it is. So that's that. But the whole issue that everyone is talking about is Pearl's interaction with him, knowing good and well that he is a supremacist, and knowing good and well that she networked with a lot of black people. Period. That's the issue that people are talking about. That she decided to do this. All right. I'm not going to go into more detail about this because I'm going to do a separate show talking more about her decision making and inviting Nick onto the actual platform. Kind of touch base on it a little bit, but I'm going to do a show probably tomorrow or so where I go into full detail about this. But let's get to this video, all right? Let's get to it because there's some key things that she said.
We are no longer in the same movement. What you're pushing is dangerous and hateful and anti-Semitic and blah, blah, blah. never talk to me again. The whole crew blocked me on Twitter, stopped talking to me. And then I got a call from my boss at RSBN a week later, this guy, Joe Seals, and he says, Cassie has been calling me every day for the last 2 weeks saying that I need to fire you because you're racist and you're an anti-Semite. So not only does she cut off the friendship and blacklist me, but then she starts calling my boss.
She Karen'd you, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious to why the very first thought in her mind was that this lady had Karen him. Okay. Now notice that Nick never said anything about anyone carrying anything. One thing that Nick did, and I know that people didn't catch on to, but I did. I caught on to it. And just like I said, I'm going to go into more detail about this on a later show. But Nick did dox his boss and a lady and stuff. And he did that intentionally for clout purposes. But we're going to talk about that some other time. All right. But she the one who introduced this whole narrative about Karens, okay, not Nick. And I want y'all to pay close attention to this. All right. So let's examine this further.
For real.
Yeah. Was she white?
Now, here's another one statement that she made too. She said, did she carry you, right? Then her very next statement was what? Is she white? Now, the whole definition of a Karen is meaning that it's a white woman who goes out and make disparaging claims against black people. And how the way Karen activates is that she make these claims, she make her huge records about, wherever the situation may be, right? And then when this Karen doesn't get her way, she calls the local law enforcement to come out and handle the situation after she done made a whole scene of it. And so when the local law enforcement arrives in the scene, that's when she immediately goes into a victim mentality, meaning that this black man or black woman caused her physical or mental harm or both, when that wasn't the case. Where she was actually the one who initiated the whole situation to begin with. That's the definition of a Karen. That's what they do. Okay. Now, she know good and well through her experience being on social media. Well, I know she started on TikTok, whatever, but still, everybody look at social media, right? So she know good and well that a Karen is white. She knows that. So for her asking that question, that leads me to believe that she was trying to purposely manipulate the situation by trying to make it seem like that she's not talking about things racist. In other words, she's trying to paint an image on her to say that she's not racist and she's not, asking racist questions when she know the obvious answer. Then when people come back and review the video, right, they'll be like, oh, that ain't what she really mean. No, that is what she really mean. Okay. So let's continue.
Yeah,
we are the best Karens.
Yeah, we are.
Then she said this. She said that we are the best Karens. And this also the follow-up her question asking, is she white? Was she white? I have not known any type of people of color to be referred as a Karen. I'm going to say that again. I haven't heard any people, preferably women, since Karens are women, right? I haven't heard no women of color to be referred to as a Karen. Okay. So she followed it up, talking about we. When she talking about we, she's talking about her ethnicity group. She's talking about white people. That's the reason why she started, is she white? And so she talking about we make the best currency. Yes, y'all make the best currencies because y'all the one who invented the whole notion about being Karens. Okay. So let's continue.
We do Karen it better than anyone else.
That's true. Yeah, that's not sure that's like something to be proud of.
See, even Nick, you could tell by Nick's language, he was shocked. He was so shocked that Pearl had went there with him. You could just tell, look, I rewind it back. You could tell by his body language and his expression that he was shocked that she went there. Look.
No.
That's true. Yeah, that's not sure that's like something to be proud of.
See, then on Nick, after when he did that, right, Nick followed up by saying, well, I'm not sure that's something to be proud of. Once again, he said, I'm not sure if that's something to be proud of. But she was speaking, Pearl, look at her. Pearl was speaking about this situation like it was a merit badge, like it's a badge of honor for her to refer to white women as being Karens. And also said that they make the best Karens. Like she won, like they won a gold medal for this or something. Like this is something that's cool. And so that's why Nick followed her up with it. Ain't nothing to be proud of, because these people saying that in a derogatory way. That's the reason why Nick gave her that look, and he gave her that shocking look, because Nick know that she integrates with black people. It don't matter where they located. I don't care if they from London or whatever. Black is black, period. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Because at the end of the day, white people, even on the European Caucasian people, they see black as one color, which is black. They don't care about the ethnicity part of it, nothing like that. You just black. All right, so let's clear that part up. Because I know on the other one that I showed, she kept saying Africans to create a separation. But at the same time, that was a reason why she did that, okay? But when they said black is black, period. All right? But let's continue.
It better than anyone else.
That's true. Yeah, that's not sure that's like something to be proud of. It kind of is, though, actually. I'm actually...
Then he switched it, talking about, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think it's something that we should be proud about. Now, the reason why he's going to say this is because he feel proud of it, is because the Karens out there is doing a civil duty of reporting people of color. Now, keep in mind that this is Nick being a supremacist, okay? So he think this is a civil duty, not a badge of honor, not a reward like how Pearl is mentioning, right? But he think it's a civil duty to do this. But let's continue.
In a way, kind of like pro-Karen.
Karens are needed. I'm not saying sometimes we're in the wrong, but I honestly think like Karens are the ones that do the shit that no one else wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She said on Karens is the one who do the shit that no one else do, which is snitching on people of color, black people, because that's what Karens do, right? So it's one thing to snitch on a black person, then they literally are in the wrong or doing something like committing crimes or different things like that could cause physical and mental damage to people, and property and stuff like that. It's one thing to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because all of us do that. They don't have nothing to do with race. They're just being human, period. You know what I'm saying? But it's another thing where a person will purposely target you just because they don't like you. They don't like the way you dress. They don't like how you talk. They don't like how you interact. They don't like the music that you're playing. They don't like the company you keep. So they will target you and purposely try to nitpick things. And that's what a Karen does. And now she's up here saying that Karens are needed. Listen to her reason why.
Now, you might have been on the negative end of the Karen stick, right? But they all probably wanted you fired or wanted you blacklisted, right? Karen's just the one that did it.
Yeah, that's right.
So from my point of view, if the guy next door is having this loud party and I'm the one that goes and complains, everyone wanted it to stop.
See, and there's another more too. Now, I don't know if y'all want catching on to all this too. A lot of her remarks is very disparaging for real. Even though she's not mentioning saying black or Africans like she was doing earlier stuff, right? She's purposely not doing that because she don't want to sound like that she's being racist. So she's choosing her words very, very carefully, but at the same time, she is sounding very disparaging. It's sounding like she's, to be honest, she's being racist. Because every comment that she mentioned, this is the behavior of what black people do. Black people play certain music loud. People get upset about it. Now, she didn't mention about, when white people, they be playing like heavy metal music and nothing like that, because the reason why she didn't say that is because, like, if that been the case, she would have mentioned it like that, but she didn't. And then, like I say, she doing this for a reason.
That's right.
I'm pro Karen.
I am.
And she ended off saying that she's pro Karen, meaning that she is for not only herself doing this, but for all the other potential Karens out there, that it's your civic duty, just like how Nick view Karen as your civic duty to go and snitch on people of color for no apparent reason. Now, y'all may be wondering why this is such a big issue. The reason why this is a big issue is because throughout black culture, it doesn't matter if it's African American or Africans, it doesn't matter, because black people experience this, period. The reason why this is so serious is because these same people did this to not only our predecessors, but they do it to this current generation too, and the future generations, where they will literally make up a whole narrative accusing a man or a woman of doing something, and it ain't even what that is. And what makes this situation so serious is that, keep in mind, back in the day, when these Karens did this back in the day, right, guess what happened? Our predecessors got lynched. Our predecessors was hunted. Our predecessors were murdered. All because of a Karen Semper snitching. He looked at me funny. He touched me. And then through the segregation period, he looked at me wrong. He took my pencil. And that's how you know they're getting locked up. Our predecessors getting locked up all because of a Karen. That's why the situation is so serious. It's because it still exists right now. You know what I'm saying? This type of behavior is still existing to this day. Now, me personally, now I done repeated this on my show several times, that I really never had that experience of dealing with police brutality like how others have experienced that. You know what I'm saying? But I have had my share of experience with Karens. Absolutely, I have. Where they would just make up a whole narrative that it's not even true. And then when a law enforcement officer come, they set up her crying and playing the victim, like you the one who did something to them. When it wasn't you at all. It was them who initiated the situation. It was them who's being rude and disrespectful. It was them being racist and saying disparaging things. They try to play the victim role. And then that's how you know the local law enforcement, they believing this Karen, right? Because she's selling them a emotional response. She's manipulating them in that way. So that's the reason why this situation is so serious about her saying she's pro Karen. Now, to be honest with I'm just being real. To be honest, all these different content creators in the manosphere who's following her, right, who's supporting her content, I would no longer associate myself with her because she already admitted being a pro Karen, right? So it's going to be a opportunity that's going to arrive, right, where she's going to demonstrate her ability of being a Karen to you. It's going to happen. It's just only a matter of time for it happening. So to be honest with y'all, and I'm talking about the black manosphere, to be honest with y'all, to be real with y'all, I wouldn't even associate myself with her at all, period. I really wouldn't. And just like I say then, I associate myself with her now, I just looked at her content. But for us, networking and, doing business together now, because she is a potential threat. Because all it's going to take is one moment, and that's it, one moment, and I guarantee she's going to exercise her privilege and her right to be a Karen. Well, she's going to mess around and snitch on one of y'all dudes. So in a matter of time. So, yeah, this whole situation with her, it just keep going downhill, further downhill. Now, I did watch, I did watch when she was live today with Obsidian. I did watch that show. And that's analyzing a lot of stuff that was going on with that. And on my next podcast episode, I'm going to reveal a whole lot more information about Pearl. Not doxing information, but just based on her behavior that she's putting out here. And I'm also going to want to talk about Nick as well, too. Because I kind of touched on Nick before when he was with Kanye West. But I'm going to want to touch more on him as well, too. All right. So what y'all think about my assessment on this? Do you agree with me or you disagree with me on this? Because like I say, I just honestly believe that if you're part of the manosphere and you're still trying to support Pearl, even after this situation is happening, then, that is on you. That is on you. But I personally say that you shouldn't at all. Because at any given moment, when it comes down to it, she's going to snitch on you. She's gonna be that Karen. So those of y'all who doing some type of content right, especially if it's negative content right, and you trying to associate yourself with Pearl, just gonna warn y'all brothers that y'all need to tread lightly with her because she's out there and she admitted that she's a Karen and she's gonna snitch on you.